of the schools, most of the schools now have access to this new update. Please give me a minute. Okay, thank you. Now, when you look at the top of the app, you always see your school, the year, and the version. So this I have posted school 2026.9.10. So now the .10 is the latest update. Go to your school and open your app, and you don't have the .10. It means that we install the automatic update. So if you have that issue, you can contact us. You ship you the setups that do the automatic updates so that the system can update itself. So if you go and open yours and you have 9.1, 8.1, 8.1, 8.2, or 9.4, it means that your version is behind. So the current version now is 9.10. That is what you have here. Now, what are we looking at today in terms of the backbone app? Yeah, share how link the backbone app to the parent portal, the proprietors portal, and then the teachers portal. And that is exactly what we are starting now. So we will first look at teachers medium, the staff portal. The staff portal, and they posted on Go. There were two versions. You have the local version, which is this one, the local version. This is the current update, the local version. And you are able to access this locally. School without use our data. So network now, server no was on, you should be on the same network. That is when you are in the school. And then you should open any browser, enter your service IP, and you add :80, which is what you have been using. You add :80, and then you should be able to access the local portal for the teachers. Now, most of this one you've used it last time and you are still using it. So most of you have your IP. Most of you knows how to navigate these ones. Now, let's log in and see. Now, with the login, we have two branches, one for teachers and one for non-teachers. Let's look at the teachers. Yes, so when the teacher logs in, the teacher, and these are all mobile supported, so you can use on your phones too. When we switch back to the online where you can do practicals, you can all use your phones to look at those. Now, this is what you have on your local service. So you have a general platform and a score recording platform. So at the general platform, what is available? You can use to collect canteen. You can use to take attendance. You can check your payslip, and you can make complaints. You can make complaints to either the administration or the proprietor. Now, at the collection side, what do we have? Assuming schools now teachers in canteen. So you select a class, and the student will be populated for you. So all you have to do is that say I could to send by 4 CDs, we did 10 CDs, we did 2 CDs. So you enter them, and then when you're done, you submit. and then your canteen is submitted for you. Then it is submitted for you as a teacher. You are done for the day. You can choose MIC Dumlight and you want to take yesterday's, you go to the date, and then you as long as that day has not been submitted, because when it is submitted, to give you this kind of report, new collection disabled for the 26 because you are submitted for 2026. If you want to edit, you come to my history, you see the collections there. So this is current date, 27th, you click on edit. If you want to change anything, you change it and then you submit your collection again. So that is the collection part of it. Now, you can also use to take manual attendance at the attendance part. But to take attendance, the class has to be assigned to you. They said the more classes now are assigned to teachers from your remarks, the same format in the use. So to take attendance, manual attendance, that is if the school you are not using biometric, you can take manual attendance. So you select the class, and then whoever is absent, you just click on absent, and it picks the time you are marking the attendance. Whoever is absent, you just click on absent, and then you save. Okay, so I have a submission fee. Yes. Then you click on save, and then it saves. So attendance reports is the same thing. You can choose, let's say, yesterday, and it will give you those who were present and those who were absent. If you mark attendance today, you can go as far back as the date you want to go. You can go as far back as the date you want to go, and then it will give you reports. There is a summary where you have the school summary. So it will give you a school summary for, there's only one class on my system. That's why you see only class grade 4. I hope I am still being heard. Can you, let me see.
We can hear you.
Okay. So if you want to go back, you can check attendance for the previous days. So these are local host staff. And then you can check your payslip. If the payslip has been prepared for the month, you select the month, the year, you go to view payslip, and you are able to prepare payslip. Not found because I have not prepared any payslip. And then complaints. You can, if you want to make complaint to the school, you click on new complaints. You select the category. Let's say you have a general complaint. Subjects, maybe lack of teaching materials. You put there, you describe it in details, and then you submit the complaint. So this complaint goes to the administration and the proprietor, and they will deal with it. So for the general part of your local postage on Go, that is what you have. For the scores parts, you have the enter scores, history, and then we have added the remarks for you. So enter scores, you're able to enter your scores, you're able to edit them at the history, and you're able to enter remarks. I think the remarks is what is new to date. I think the other ones are old. So when the students, you have entered scores for the students and you select the term, you see there. So for instance, you click on Sewa Koto, you see all scores here. So that you select your remark. If you don't want to select a remark and want to enter manual, you just turn this one on and just type your remarks that you want to do to save. So there are two options. Either you want to use the preloaded one that the school has done, or you want to enter your own scores. Just that when the teachers choose to enter their own remarks, it needs the a second eye so that you know that there have not been any mistakes and all those things to prevent you shipping or sending reports with errors with maybe bad grammar or something to the parents. You know, it's a school, so they may be concerned. So the option to decide whether you want to use the preloaded ones or the. Now, the main difference between the local one and the online one, which we will be moving to shortly, is that for the local one, both the general and the scores, they are all data entry effective. What it means is that when you mark attendance on the local, it goes through. You see them. When you take money collection, it goes through. You will see them. At the scores section, it goes through. You will see them. But on the Postage on Go online, the data responsive or data entry responsive part is the scores. Everything about the scores workflow works online. The general part now becomes reports. You want to look at the money you took yesterday. You want to look at attendance for yesterday. You want to look at your pay slip. You want to look at complaints that have been answered to. So the general workflow now becomes report on the online, and then the scores section also becomes also data entry. You can, that means that you can enter your scores, you can edit your scores, you can do your remarks, everything at home, and it will still take effect on your local service. And so that will be the difference between the two. That would be the difference between the two. Now, this is the online one, the Postage on Go, which you just access by typing postage.tech. And when you do that on your phone, if you have what do you call it? I don't know whether you've joined with a computer or not, but I will wish you may try. I think you can minimize the Zoom and then try and log on and for us to continue. Now, when you log on, you can install the app on your phone. So you see a prompt, install app on your phone. You can click on install, and then you'll be able to install the app on your phone. Yes. So that you can have easy access it. It will become part of your icons. You just press on it, and then you are able to go through.
Sir, please, can you go over what you just said?
Okay. Hold on. I have internet issue. Hold on. Okay, can you all hear me? Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes,
I can hear.
I'm
sharing my screen. Okay, what I said was that when you access the online, which is postage.tech, you just open any browser and type postage.tech. This is the page you have. If you are using a phone, this is what you have. If you are using a phone, it will look like this. Okay. If you are using a phone, it will look like this. Good. It will look like this. Now, I'm saying that on your phone, you will see install app on your phone. If you are using an Android, that's what you see. If you are using an Apple, it will show down here for you it will show you the procedure to install it on your phone. If you're using an iPhone, it will show down here. But if you're using an Android, the install notice or the install link will show up here on your screen, like it's shown here. And I'm saying that you can install it on your phone so that you have easy access, so that anytime you want to go there, you just don't have to go and then enter the URL in the browser before you go. So for the online, you all know your school code. But for purposes of this training, you can use 1, 2, 3, 4 if you don't have your school code. But if you have your school code and your credentials, you can use it to log in. And then you enter POS2 and then password POS2. Good. So for the online, when you log in, this is what you have. It's the same as the local one, just that you have a bit differentiation of the UI, which is more enhanced than the local one. So for a teacher, this is what you have. You have the general workflow and the score recording workflow, like the local one. Everything there is the same as the local one. You have your collection, your attendance, and I was saying that now on the online, the general workflow becomes a reporting structure. The general workflow becomes a reporting structure, and then the online is still data entry active. The scores is still data entry. So there's no difference between the local and then the workflow, everything looks the same. So just that on the remote, this time we have added on your dashboard the classes you have been assigned to, subjects you have been assigned to, how many academic year you've entered scores, the current term you have selected. So if you change this one to term 2, so that you change to term 2, the academic year, and then immediately you load the academic year, you get 4 tabs: overview, enter score, history, remarks, academic reports. And then you have 6 assignments that you're supposed to do. That means you have been assigned 6 subjects. How many have you entered? It will show you. Not entered, it will also show you completion rate, pending remarks. How many students are pending remarks? If you're a class teacher, it will tell you 16 or something. And then it will give you the status here. So grade 4, basic geography, enter student 0, total student 16, completion. So it will tell you how many students you have entered, how many you have not entered, and all that. So that will be shown on the dashboard. If you want to enter remarks, you just click on enter remarks. And the same as the one on the local, it will load the scores for you, class score, exam score. You enter for everyone, and then you save. If you want to edit the history, the score that you have entered will come here. You can click on edit, and then it will load the scores that you entered for you. You do a second look at them, you edit them, and then you save back. The same thing as the remarks that on the local. So you select the class term, you click on the student, the marks will load for you, and then you select your remarks. If you don't want to select, you can click on this and type your own remarks, and then you save. And then we've added an academic report tab for you to also view what you are entering. So, for instance, subject average for mathematics, to list all the scores that you have been at, the subject you have been assigned each class for you, to give you averages, student performance. So it will list the students there, name, grade, and then the average score, remarks. It will list all of them for you. So that is it for the teachers, the postage on Go. The changes that we have done is the same as the previous one you used. That I've had a bit of enhancement based on your recommendations. We've added the remarks, we've added history, we've added a bit of reporting for you to also see live what you're doing. Now, the issue is that When you use the local one, it goes to the local server straight. When you use the online, the score syncer will now move it from online to your local server. So for instance, you may enter scores in the morning, let's say 6 a.m. on the local server, like the local postage on Go. You will see them on your system. You see the report, everything on the system. They can generate them on the system. That's on the backbone. Let's say you enter scores at 7 a.m. using the online, or you were home and you entered 7 a.m. Now the score syncer syncs every 5 minutes. So you entered it online. So you are expecting that subject entered should change to 2. No, because your local server is a local host. It's not online. The syncer will move the score that you have entered to your local server. And then it will sync, it will do the remarks, everything the same as what you have done online here for you. It will move it onto your local server for you. Now, when it's time and the system backs up, when it backs up, you get your updated reports. But in the school, when you do your thing online, it will move it from the online to the local server. Everything will be intact. Nothing will change out of it. You just have to have the patience for it to send it back online for you so that you get your updated report on the portal. So when you enter your scores and you're not seeing them, that your subjects are updating, you have entered 2 subjects, you entered on the online, you are home, don't worry. It is syncing everything. It will come back online for you to that is why I'm saying that we believe that even without internet in the school, the local server should work independently. And so they have done architectures to bridge the gap between the local and the online for you so that everybody can have a smooth operation in the school. So that is it for the postage on Go, local, and then the online. I'll pause here, and if I have any question on that, then we'll move to the main meet while we are meeting. That's the parents and the proprietor. If anybody has any question on this one, we can bring it up.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Frank.
Please, I want to know because during the report, when you're doing the report, there is a place for attendance, but
Yeah.
on the online, there is no place to record the attendance. If the school is using the manual one,
Remarks. The remarks, right?
yeah. No, the attendance. Is it
It is
sometimes they will ask you the
actual
number of
attendance and expected attendance.
expected attendance because based on the online one, I have not seen anything like that. Like you see a place that you can put the attendance on.
That's a good observation. It might have escaped me. Let me see. You are right. We'll update it to include
Okay,
the actual attendance. The expected attendance is done by the head of school.
the head
So
of
that
school.
yeah, like usual, and the head of school enters and it affects everybody. So
Okay,
the actual attendance. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Please, any other observations, questions? If there are no other, I would move on. Okay, so I'll move on to the parents and the proprietor. Now, every parent wants. Okay, Blessing has a question. Blessing, okay, go ahead. Blessing, I've seen you raise your hand. Or you are muted. I'm not sure I've muted you. Blessing, unmute and then ask your question.
Sorry, good morning. I'm in a noisy environment, so I tried typing it. Please, I wanted to ask if we've talked about the entry of scores and the attendance. Can we also add up remarks just like we do on the main server? Like type in remarks so that there is no need for us to go back to the machine at the school to do the remarks to close up the reporting. That's my question.
Anyway, Blessing, Blessing, you can mute now. Okay. Blessing, if you were following, we said that, in fact, that was what Frank asked question on, that he has seen the remarks, but they're not the actual attendance. Blessing, the remarks has been moved to the portal too, so you can do your remarks on the portal. Tell them to put the salamit and wait for you. Concentrate here. Okay, so now the parents and then proprietors. There are two main things you need to do first. Okay, Baba. Baba, you can unmute and ask your question. Baba, you can unmute and ask your question. Hello, Baba. Yes, you can ask your question. We are not hearing you. Baba, we are not hearing you. I don't know if you. Okay, you can type your question. Okay, so we'll move on. Now, parents portal, proprietors, but let's tackle the parent before we tackle the proprietor. I have manuals that we have prepared for all these changes and all these additions. So I'll send them to you to guide your navigation. Okay, so you want to ask how you can access your canteen. Baba, your breakfast is a bit different and it's been done to suit you. So that is on a special occasion, a special arrangement. So it will be discussed with you. Your breakfast is a bit different, yeah. Now, the parents portal. You need to do two things. One, you need to generate credentials for the parents. Two, you need to send those credentials to them. One, you generate credentials for them, and then you need to send those credentials to the parents. How do you generate those credentials? So under students, under enrollment, you need to come to generate parent credentials. Now, this is what happens. So if you want to say generate credentials for, let's say, just one student, you just select the student, you click on generate for selected student, and then the system will generate the credential for the person. If you want to generate for all of them, you click on generate and the system generates for all the students. And that is all, just pretty as simple as that. If you want to reset, a parent calls you a password mirror fee or something, even though they can now change it on their own portal. If you want to reset from your end, you select the student, you click on reset password, and then a password has been will be reset for the parent. Normally, the password is the 4 letters of their first name plus 4 generated numbers, uniquely generated numbers, and that is what you generate for them. Now, when they get this password, they can change it on their portal, which we will look at in the course of our meeting. So after generating the passwords, you need to send it to them. So students, enroll students, then send parent credentials. You need to send these credentials to them. Now, on this portal, you won't change anything. Everything here becomes the same. All you have to do is to add your school code. So if your school code is 1234, just enter it there. And then you go to send to all. You can send it to one student. You can also view credentials. So send to all, send to selected, or view credentials. So you click on send to all, sends to everybody. That is on the number share SMS contact one. I mean, when you are admitting the student, when you're enrolling the student, you know this place, SMS contacts, number or the best one, and no the best send the we know to. Now, for the purpose of we are going to view credentials, and then I will send you I don't know whether you can all use one credential. You can use the username as 014. Username as 014. You can write it down. And then password 123456. And the school code should be 1234. But if you have the schools that are live, if you have any parent credential that you want to use, if you have a child in the school, you want to use your own, you can use your own school code, which is also live. You can look at so that it becomes live. For the purpose of this training, if you don't have any credential, you can use 1234 as the school code, 014 as the student ID, and password as 123456. So that is what we use to log in when we want to do the practical. The next thing that you have to do is to do something we call parent family setup. So under student, down there you have parent family setup. What does this do? You know, when the app was launched, the parent were about 4 kids a person log into the parent portal, also use 4 different credentials that they log in. What we have done is that we have merged the platform so that Obi and Crash 3 or the one login, no be Crash 3 information. So that is what this particular thing does. So under students, we have the parent family setup. And if you don't do this, it will not take effect on the parent portal. So the first thing as an administrator or an IT, you have to do is look for Enkrana one and like a family. So you create or delete family with this button. So this is the create family. Family ID. You click here to generate a family ID. And then a family name. So for instance, you can name them with their surnames. So you can see what I've done here, the Menses. I've created a family called the Menses. So for instance, I want to create a family called Muhammad. Great. Now I'll click on create family. So to create the family for me, so I have another family called Muhammad. Now, when I have that, I can click here. If I want to delete it, I can delete the family. I can delete it. If I want to create another one, I'll just take the credentials and then click on create family. I can refresh to get updated ones that are in the system. So that is how to create a family. Now, after creating a family, you need to add members or remove members to the family. So this one is used to create the family at the tree as a whole. Then you add the members, the branches. So what do? You select a family from the ones you have created, like Muhammad's. Then, if you want the list here down here to populate all classes, so you can easily search for someone. You leave it at all classes. But if you want to, the first child is in grade 4, you can zoom into grade 4, and then it will list only grade 4 students for you. If you leave it at all classes, it will pull all classes for you. Because I have only one class, that's why I still see grade 4. Now, so I have grade 4, and then let's say I want to add Adepa to this family. So I just select Adepa and click on add member. So I just click on add member. There's a family member added or updated successfully. So I have Adepa added as a family member. Now, if I want to remove Adepa from this family, somebody in the waiting. Okay. If I want to delete Adepa from this family, I will just click on it, and then I will just click on remove member. And then that member will be family and student selection is required. Okay, so I need to select the family. Now, you can see at the primary here, please pay attention here, primary, you have yes, no, yes, no, yes, and no. What this means is that, for instance, if I'm adding a child and I want that child's credentials to be the primary credential parent need be using. When I'm adding the student, I'll click on primary student before I click on add member. That means that who are the family now also back with a primary student. And that credential, that particular person's credential, and a parent need be used at their login. So primary students should be noted that when a family has no primary students, system name credentials now parent no adding. So make sure that every family has a primary student. The relationship here you see is just it's optional. You can, let's say if you're adding Kofi Menu is maybe second child. You can put the second child brother, or it's just a description of the person, but it's optional. You can choose not to enter anything at the relationship. But the most important thing is the primary students, and then creating a family, and then adding members to the family. You can delete a family here. You can recreate it. So the job or the duty now becomes top for the administrator. So on the best share and free one family. Create a family for the person and then put those members on those family. When that is done, the parent now what that's our primary credential on the access to sound in one portal. Obenya has access to some running in one portal. Okay. Now, let's look at the portal itself. And the portal is parents.posted.tech. This is the portal. Again, this is the mobile, it's also mobile responsive. And this is the mobile version if you're using a phone. And if you are using it for the first time, parent need be for the first time. In fact, we'll send the credentials in your parent now. The link will be part of the credential to Boswa at the Nebebaha Street. And the Nebebaha Street, the first it is Bakuna install prompt was on parent needs to be install the app no the phone so that you access all the. So you can also log in like I'm logging in with credentials now with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish the password. Okay, let me see if I change the password. If you have, and I'm sure most of you are able to access your parent portal, you can also use your own credentials if you have any of them to also log in. But I'm getting the password for this one so that we all use. A minute. I prepared this password to be used for the demonstration. So I'm checking whether it's changed. Okay, so I only have so let me regenerate the passwords for the parents. I think need it up, so let me regenerate the passwords, generate parent credentials. Okay, so generate for okay. Okay, so I want this. So you can also pick the password. This is the password. 014 and Emil 5369. 014 Emil 5369. Emil 5369. Okay, so now that is how, so you see how the password were generated and then it becomes live for. So what I've done is that I've created a family called the Menses. So you see that on top here, you see the child selection button here. So I have Emily and then Felix for the same parent. So you can switch between them. The parent can switch between them anytime. But what we have done is that the card here, let me quickly show you how the mobile portal looks like. So this is how it will look on your phone. This is how it will look on your phone. So the first one is your school banner here. So you get your school name, your address, everything about the school for the parents here. Then the child, the primary student's name appears here. Then it gives you household overview. So this will give you a combined summary for all the children you have put in that family. The household amount, household total paid, household balance, and then if they have any money on their card, like on their canteen or breakfast card, it will also appear here for them. Then you have the children summary down here. You have the first child, grade 4, due, paid, balance, Felix 2 down here. Then on the phone, you see that enable notification. You can enable notification if you want the apps to be giving you prompts. You can also see calendars and reminders. You can open your calendar and reminders if the school has uploaded calendar. Then down there, it gives you the selected child summary. So you see that down here, top here, the child that you select. If I select Felix, I'll get Felix summary here. If I select Emily, I'll get Emily's summary here. So Emily's amount due, amount paid, balance, and then card balance. Attendance so far. If you use biometric or you mark attendance manually, the parent will see how many days present, how many days absent. And then payment history will show here. And then if there are anything in the notices, it will appear here for them. They can choose to acknowledge, remind me tomorrow, clear reminder. So when you send messages in the Backbone app using the comms bulk messaging, when you send messages to parents, they appear in their notification in their even though they get it, they also appear in their notification in their parent portal. They also appear in their notification in their parent portal. So that is it. Gabriel, do you want to ask something?
Yes, please. Please, seems you are moving too fast for me.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, what I'm saying is that, did you get the point up to logging in for the parent to log in the parent portal?
That credential, I didn't hear it well, but the rest I just follow it because I'm on the PC now.
Okay, so you can log in with credentials. The bad thing is that the moment the parent it creates and the parent logs in, the credential is hashed. When you say it's hashed, it means that sometimes you hash a password. I just say I get numbers and view when I just will be what it means. The system will hash. So once
the website for the parent portal.
Parents.postage.tech.
Okay.
Parents.postage. But if anybody took note of the password, you can share it back with us, and then share with Gabriel. Otherwise, Gabriel, you have an active password in your school, you can use it. Okay.
Not really.
Okay, let me try and see if I can. Either whether I have to regenerate the password, because once you log in, it is hashed, and you no longer see it again. School, the parents now are hashing. Who administrator and they say they are okay, and I will but you will not see it again because it is for the parents. Unless you do a password reset, then it will reset the password. But let's quickly do something so that it will be part of the training. I can go here, the parent can go to change password and then click on send OTP, and it will send an OTP to the number now. You already registered our system name, so it is send. I use my number, so password change OTP. It expires in 10 minutes. So the parents will enter the OTP here, 422543, and then I'll now choose my own password if I'm a parent. So I'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll go to change password. Now it will change the password for me to, so now if I log out, if I sign out, and then I want to log in again, I can use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can use 0, 1, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, and then you'll be logged in. So you can log in with 0, 1, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is how to change password. Your intervention is even helpful. That's how to change password. So we are doing all this training for you so that every day you have the opportunity to meet a parent. You take the parent through how to access the parent portal. At least how to get the password for the person. On Kaya, just go to, on the login screen to the same thing is there. On Kaya, you just have to enter the school code. Then enter the child's ID, student ID, there will be now class list. So you enter the student ID 014, and then you click on forgot password. You come back to the same place where you send OTP. Unless number share school no, and him say no, number and yes, our parent. But when the parent is able to retrieve the OTP for you, they can change the password there and then they can log in and use it. And anytime you have an encounter with a parent, you take the opportunity to let the parent log in for you to see, so that a bulk education for you. Even though I have prepared a manual that I'll send it to you, you customize it. Places be more school dean, more help contacts, the support contact, then you send it to the parent platform or something, then they can guide them on how to use the parent portal. So now this is the dashboard, like we're saying. I'm saying that the first thing is that if you do the family tree, you get the child selector top here. So Emily and Felix, any one you select will populate the details for you. Now, on top of the dashboard is the household overview. The Ukrainian five. I bet come school fees here. Boom. Amount of money balance aka. More balance cards, so I to show here for them. The children's summary, then let's to be answered individually here for you. Then when you go down here, you see selected child summary. When you select the child here, the summary will appear here. So any child you select up there, you see the summary down here. So this is for the child. And I was saying that the same amount due, amount paid, balance, and then card balance will appear for the child. Attendance report will appear here. And then the details of reminders, messages that you have sent it to them also will be on the dashboard. The next thing is the calendar. So on the left, so let me show you. With the mobile portal, you will not see the menu like this here. This is how the mobile portal will look like. Good. So with the mobile portal, the menu will be up here. So you click on the menu and then it appears. Then you select the one you want to select. You click on the menu, it appears. You select the one you want to select. So that is it like that. Yes. So, but when you're using a computer, the menu comes straightforward. So the calendar will appear here for you. If you have done things in the school, you have uploaded calendars, it will appear in there. The parent can mark as read, acknowledge, or remind me tomorrow. I can mark this as read or remind me tomorrow. So it's just basically calendar. So we also update. You also update here to include that. So you upload your term calendar, like probably like a PDF or something. Yes, so that they'll be able to download them here. Notifications are notifications that you have sent in the school. Messages that you have sent. OTPs. And this obi generate OTP as our parent to appear here for the parent to see. This is the OTP we just generated. Every notification in it. The parent can, however, come to preferences and turn notifications off. What notifications are on pay? Obviously, turning off for the parent. And then these notifications can be for, you can select a child and it will show, but by default, it shows all notifications for all your children here. Then you come to bills and payments. The bills and payments shows bills are so for instance, in this data, I have a bill for third term bill. It was uploaded May 26. When I click on download, I can download the bill and look at it. As a parent, I can look at the bill. So I have posted school. I can look at the bill as a parent. If I have any receipts for payment, they will appear down here at the payment receipts. I have 0 records on them. If I have any receipts, it's the same thing, download. You'll be able to download. And it will give you the summary here. Number of bills, number of receipts. You can zoom into, let's say, a particular term, let's say second term, and a particular academic year. You can zoom in and then it will give you that details. You can select all terms and then all years, and then it will list all of them for you. The next tab is academic reports. The same thing. If you have uploaded your academic report, it will sum it up here. Let's say you have about 2 total reports, 10 total reports. Again, you can select a term, a particular term, and a particular year. Or you can choose all terms and all years. And all your report to be here for you to download. So the dashboard, calendar, notification, bills, and then reports. These are all reports generating from the schools. The next one, which is the parent pay, is the platform where they can use to also pay their fees to the school. They pay fees, they pay for anything that they want to pay. And before the payment, the parent should be sure he wants to pay for the selected child or family tree. And if you want to pay for Emily, unselected Emily, and then you see that Emily total fees 40, paid 25, outstanding 15. Also here for Felix or selected Felix, 40, paid 0, outstanding 40. Then you choose what are you paying for? Is it school fees or other non-billed items like canteen, like breakfast, like uniform, those things that you don't bill. If the parent wants to pay for anything, and also listed, all your non-billed items will be listed here. But the one that you have billed is the school fees, so the parents will just go ahead and choose school fees. Now, the parents will enter amount episode all outstanding. Also, I click pay outstanding. So I want to pay the outstanding, which is 40 cedis. So I click on pay outstanding. The 40 cedis is here. Now you click it pay with Paystack. The system now moves you to a selected Paystack website. I don't know those that have used Paystack before. You would know that it's a secured website. It's a secure site. So it moves you from the parent app to down the Paystack platform. You can choose to pay with mobile money, pay with card, or do a bank transfer. If I want mobile money, I'll just enter my number. 324887. And then I'll go to confirm. So a prompt will come to my phone for me to confirm the payment. Okay, so it's on my phone now. You can try with your number, but the money will come to me, so don't worry, you'll not get it back. So after paying is successful, the payment, and I'll get the payment. So you see that I'll see it down here, 40 cedis. Now, what you have to let the parent understand is that this payment of 40 cedis Now the system will now move it to the school, the local server, creates a payment for the person, deduct it from the balance, and now send the receipt. So you see that when the parent the fees was paid, now on your local machine, it is prompting you here. One unreviewed parent transaction needs review. So when I open it, it will show the 40 cedis that are paid in the school. So that is how. So this particular transaction, and the accountant has to know how to do anything. You see it, but I send the receipts akoma parent. However, on the parent portal, it will take time for the system to send the balance for you. That is when you are doing, the system is doing the next backup. That is when the balance will now change to the new balance. Instead of what to bank, not bank nyan credit. So when immediately the bank credits your account, you get it on your phone, like on your balance dashboard. So that is the parent part. But the parent pay, your school needs to be set up. And I know I've sent the requirements for you to be put on the parent pay to all the schools. If you check your WhatsApp, especially to the proprietors, if you check your WhatsApp, I've sent the requirements. Some have sent, and we have done the platform for you that is currently live. So, for parent news, payment to school needing, and then apart from the charges from the platform, there will not be any extra MTN Momo charge, because PayStar company pay for non-IR arrangements, the telcos non-IR arrangements. If you want to pay from your card to, so apart from their charges, there will not be any other extra Momo or bank charges on those ones. So that is for the payment. Now the parent can also make a complaint about school. And how is that complaint done? Again, parents no more family tree, they need to be sure that the complaint or making effort, Emily or Felix. So I click on new complaint as a parent. I'll select a category. It's a general complaint, academics, school fees, bullying, contact, staff conduct, infrastructure, or other. If it is about school fees, then I'll put a subject, any subject, maybe unresolved payment. Then I'll type my problem. I made payment yesterday around 10 a.m. and it has still not reflected on my dashboard. So a parent can send this complaint. If the complaint is very sensitive, the parent can choose to mark it as confidential. And all confidential complaints, it's only the proprietor that can read it. If the complaint is non-confidential, the school administrators can read and respond. So the parent can submit the complaints submitted. And now in your Backbone app, under comms, you now have a button here called Parent Complaints. And it will list it for, so the one I just submitted, when I click on it, it will show here, Emily, category, school, status, open, confidential, no, date, 27/11/21, description. I didn't make the payment. I made around 10, it has not reflected on my dashboard. Now, the school now can reply. Can reply here. Please submit the receipt number. Or I can choose, because maybe the backup, please be a bit patient. You will see it there pretty soon. And then I can send reply. Reply sent. Now, when I send reply, the parent gets it instantly. Here is it, my complaints. And then this is the reply from the school. Please be a bit patient. I don't mean the patient. You will see it there pretty soon. So these are things that parent you can have correspondence with parents. They can make complaints if they don't want to be in the school. They can make these complaints in the school, and the schools can reply them, and it will be instant. The only problem is that the confidential messages move straight to the proprietor's app, and the proprietor gets to see those.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Please, on our school app, the comms, we don't have any parent, that parent.
What's the version? Before we started
2026 9.0.
Oh, so you have not updated it to the 9.10. We have 9.10 now. So just after the meeting, contact me and then I'll ship you the one that does the automatic update so that I can update your system.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, please.
So I'll get paused here for about 2 minutes, and if there are any questions on the parent portal, you can bring them in. If there are any suggestions, you can bring them in so that we know them and then look it up. No, you can go ahead.
Okay, please, I wanted to ask if the system is only designed for localized numbers or foreign numbers can also be inclusive of it.
In terms of the messaging.
Parents. Yeah, parents. Because some parents are
foreign
not
numbers not activated for foreign numbers. It's a bit costly. You look at sending foreign numbers. You know, as we are also giving you value, we try as much as possible to very economical because we understand the cost of doing business. But I think what we can look at, or what we have already done, is that there are two means of sending communications. You can go via the email or the numbers. So I will recommend that for the foreign numbers, in fact, if your school requests that we should activate foreign numbers for you, it will be done. We make arrangement for it to be done. I mean, with your proprietors. I mean, in terms of what do you call it? Finance. So if you want it, you can request, it will be done for you. But what I'm saying is that for foreign numbers, those outside the country, the parent portal still work anywhere. Outside the country, where anywhere you are, you can still use the parent portal. But to send an SMS through a foreign number, I would prefer that if you don't want any extra obligations, you go through the emails for the foreign people. So I send them emails in terms of notifications. But you can request that you want messages be sent to foreign numbers and it will be done for you.
Okay, so likewise, they can also do the normal complaints and fee payments using the standard.
Yes, through the parents portal.
Okay.
But for those, for the mobile, the parents portal, I don't need to be in the country to use it. Yes, Frank.
Uncle said,
Yes, please.
the parent portal, I think it entails a lot, and there's more work on that. So I suggest if the video or the manual will help, because listening to the teaching and the thing that you are saying, you need a time to do it. we need a lot of time to sit down and do it. So if you get the manual early,
I think the last time we didn't do yours.
no, the administrator is there. Me, I work on the scores entry and those things.
Okay,
On
that's
the, we
fine.
have an administrator, so that's the work of the administrator.
That's
And
fine.
I,
That's
uh-huh.
fine.
So
Like
sometimes,
I said, I've prepared a manual
okay,
for the what do you call it? Parent, proprietor, even on the posted on Go, and how you are going to link the backbone to, in terms of family tree setup and all that. There's a manual that I've prepared that it will send to you. Let me see if I can give you yes, so I think that I have some manuals here, like for instance, there's the parents portal. Yeah, so we are still waiting for questions. If there are questions, while some opening. Yeah, so there's a full manual on the parents portal. Provided, but there's a teacher's one. So a manual will be sent to you. Don't worry about it. It's been prepared already. I just wanted to go.
okay. Thank
Just
you.
it comes even with pictures, snapshot. So you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, thank you. And the meeting today is now taking long because the bundle that we are using we are not using Wi-Fi. So if things will be short for us to at
That's
least.
fine. We are going to use about 15 minutes for the proprietors, and that will be done.
Okay, thank you.
Now, if there are no questions, we can move in straight to the proprietors. So that one also is proprietor.postage.tech. Parent.postage.tech. Proprietor.postage.tech. This I'm going to use. Let me see if I have any proprietor up for the demo. Now, this is also the proprietors app. And this is purely reports. The proprietor gets on the dashboard to see total students, male, female, withdrawn, fees billed for the whole school, how much has been paid, how much are standing, and what is the collection rate. So, for instance, for this particular demo, I have a collection rate of 16%. The proprietor gets to see attendance for the last 5 days. So it will show here, attendance for the last 5 days. It will show on that day, attendance for students and attendance for staff. It will show down here. And then it will show in this recent payments and then for billed and unbilled. So that's how the dashboard looks like. So this is purely reports. And then it has a bit of a list of menu here. You have students. When you click on students, it will load the active students, male, female, withdrawn, and then enrollment per class. So I have only grade 4. And every graph is well explained. The blue is male, female, this. If you have a list of classes, it will all line up here. Gender distribution for the whole school, it will show here. Now, this is the overview. You come to class summary. It will list all your class summary for you. Grade 4, number of male, female, total. Grade 1, it will list all of them for you. We can export to Excel or PDF. You can also have student lists. And now the student list, you can choose for all classes or a particular class. And then it will list the students here for you, grade, and then a bit of details here at the last column. So if you have the mobile, if you are looking at it on a phone, it will look like this. So at this, you just push it down, push it on the left and right. Anytime you are using a phone, And then there's a table where there are other things on the right. You can push it from left to right and then up to down to look at your reports. So that is for the parents, the students, and then you can also look at those that have been withdrawn. Look at them here. And each report you can export to PDF and Excel. You have a tab called fees payment, and under the fees payment, you have billed revenue. And now this billed revenue gives you a bit details on school fees, the billed one, the one you build them with. The card shows the totals. The overview shows how much have been fully paid, partially paid, or no payment at all. And it gives the total for each. So fully paid is 0, partially paid 94 cedis, no payment. 440 cedis. Then it will show here a graph for the 3. Now, when I click on student details, I can click on full payment to give me the list of my full payment. I can click on partially paid to give me a list of my partial payments. I can click on no payment to give me a list of my no payment. Now I can push this slider left and right to show I want to see student who has paid less than the percentage. It will list it for me. Less than 20%, less than 85%, less than this. It will show all these for me. That is no payment, but you can put it at all, and to mix them. And when you push this, it will also give you the same result. But if you select fully paid, partially paid, and you push the slider, it only affects those you have selected. But when you select all and you push the slider, it affects everybody, and it gives you the report. You can export this one too, like I said. Then you can go to class summary, and it will list all your classes, total bill, total paid balance, and then collection rate for each class. It will give you the best paid class and the worst paid class. You have that one too. That is for build. Then if you have daily collections like Modiji breakfast, canteen, those things, you can also select between any 2 dates and click on load reports, and then it will load the report for you. I don't have data, but there's a report it will load. It will load students that are supposed to pay that thing. So if canteen by default. System. So the enrolled student here is not the total number of students in the school. It's the total number of students who are supposed to pay canteen. So that will be multiplied by how much you pay for a day, and you get your gross canteen. Then the system will tell you how many people were absent within that period now we're selecting. And so Omama school in Skasena, Omama school no every gross canteen, that's what you see here. That's absent canteen amount. Then your discount will show here. So then it will give you the expected canteen collection for that period now we're selecting. So your gross minus absent minus discount should give you expected for that period. How much did you actually collect to come to the actual collections? Out of the actual collections, how much is allocated to the period now we're selecting? So somebody may pay 10 cedis a day, and somebody may pay 50 cedis for the week. So actual collected will be 50 cedis. But allocated to the period, if it is 1 day, it will be 10 cedis. It will just showing how much is allocated for that day. So that will be for that. Then shortfall expected. That will be or more or say Utriano and ne. Sena wadije for a ne. The wadije for ne musena ye allocated to a ne. And he said nipa 10 or say 10 times 10 100. Now actual collected is 300. But out of 300, much to advance into a net and 80 cedis and a year for a net. It means that 100 minus 80 should give you your shortfall, which is the 20 will appear here. Then actually consumed. Actually consumed here means that Akrana by school. System not BLN. System not in the canteen. That is actually consumed. So somebody may pay in advance, but on bus school, so can actually consume because we are school system not. So on market attendance, that is the point of truth. If you want to use the daily collection, then it means that you need to mark attendance either by biometric or by manually. And so on market attendance, then the system will automatically bill the person, and then it will go and check the card, says card as well. Then if you do actually consume by bus, so daily collection maybe it's mostly food and bus. So for the schools daily collection, this is for you, but more among the daily collection, this report is not for you. So enrollment, you come to collection, you get report on your collection. Consumes, you get report on it. Shortfalls, it will give you those students normal entry and normal absent. Balances, allocations, or if there are allocations for the future, you get it there. Payment rates, you see, and those that have done advance payment too, you get it here. So that's for the daily collection. Now, income. If you do bank lodgement on the system, that's the bank. So, portal way, you need data in every backbone app. Data BI or BI system now is so small. So the proprietor can sit at home and see what's going on, or the admin can be somewhere and see what's going on. So bank statement. So we bank lodgement on the system. This training is specifically for this report. So if there's anything that you don't understand, you can contact me personally in terms of the backbone app. You can contact me personally and then we'll look at it. You have income analytics. Let me see if I can use a live data. I've already sought permission to use it to do a demonstration. So I don't know whether they've changed it, even though I asked for permission to use it. So let me just go back to demo. It's a particular school's account, and I spoke to them. I wanted to, but those that have your own schools, you can log on. This proprietary portal is live, so you can log on and then use it as you are doing the demonstration. So I'm back to, I wanted to use a live data so that you get the reports there and then. So income analytics, you can select between any 2 dates and you click on load and you load the income for you. Total income, billed payment, non-billed payment, total expenditure, net income for the period that you have selected. So it loads and gives you a bit of graphs, profitability, snapshots. These are all self-explanatory. Down here, it will give you top 10 revenue drivers, top 10 expense drivers, billed payment by item, how much you're taking for each item. You get all these things at the income side. You can also look at the daily income amounts. You select between any 2 dates. Again, you click load daily amounts. Now, it will show you how much you have taken for each day, especially when it comes to the group details. Group details will list each day, and each day to give you how much you took for billed payment and non-billed payment. So billed payment totals this, non-billed this, and everything that you need for. So it will give you active income days. This one of 27 days. I only have 1 day out of the 27. 1 day out of the 27 to that income that I only have. So that is the income analytics. Then you can come to attendance. You can look at daily attendance. If I look at yesterday, because yesterday I put some data in it. Good. Yesterday, grade 4, 12 were present, 4 were absent, and staff, nobody was present as a staff. You can look at late comers. But you have to choose when you look at it, you have to bring a benchmark time. So somebody should be late after what time? So you set the time and it will sort out that for you. Staff frequency. How many people have been absent and present within the period now? What's important? Then this report, which is I like so much, the attendance analytics, because it gives you a report on chronic absenteeism. When I say chronic, I'll select between any 2 dates, all classes, and I click on load reports. Now, this report gives me between that period, student enrolled, days track, these 2 days, this present total, this absent 20, absenteeism. And then if you come down here, weekday absenteeism pattern. So it will list each day for you. Monday, any person absent, Tuesday, any person absent, all these things. And then down here, it will list repeat absenteeism top 20 and crowd my absent power within that period. So you can just concentrate on those kids and then find out why, if there's a problem, why they are not coming to school. Then this one will list the number of days that were absent. These are the top 20 repeat absentees within that period. Then you have absent student list. This one, your mom absent for that period will come here. But this one will list the top 20 for you and the number of days of my absent. And this one will give you a class, which the blue will be enrolled and how the red will be class, the percent are absent. So with your graph, you can easily look at your absence rates. So it's a report that as ITs and administrator, you need to teach your proprietors on how to navigate and how to read and explain those reports. Academics do the same thing. You select term, year, class, and it will give you a summary of the whole school's performance in terms of academics, subject analysis, student ranking. Those need attention. The system will pull that based on the marks now. It will pull them. Expenditure, you have the same thing. You select between any 2 periods. You look at your expenditure and the details will list the expenditure itself. With the mark of way or the say the reason why or the you get all that. Then you have a report on staff, teaching, non-teaching, those on payroll, auto payroll, those that are not on auto payroll, and then staff absence rates. The staff normal must go and as clocking, it will show in the staff absence rates. And then down here it will list the staff for you. Recent hires, that those you just employed, it will also put them here for you. Then the payroll itself, when you pass payroll in the school, the proprietor can see how much of the school's revenue is going into payroll in terms of the overall tax report, SSF report, and then the full payroll. It will list them here. Then messaging. So the proprietor can just simply, or the admin can just simply select feed debtors only and just send a report, SMS to them. It will go. You can send SMS to all students on the phone. It will go. To staff, you can just send it to go. So the proprietor too can also send messages. Then you have a general overview. General overview just a report on mostly everything that we've discussed on one page. It will give you on a general overview, everything that we discussed up here. And then a parent's complaint, like we did in the parent point time. Catch them say, proprietors also we see here. So for instance, all complaints, unresolved payment that we did, bullying that was in it here, this year. And it just gives him a graph of what type of complaint is being lodged most. Is it about school fees? Is it about bullying? Is it about this? Is it about this? So you have all these things here. Proprietor can actually also try and respond to confidential ones. For instance, this one, when you click on it, to give you what's happening. So the parents sent this and the school sent this. The parents sent this, so the proprietor can follow a particular complaint specifically. So I think that's for the proprietor's portal too. So I will pause if there are any contributions, any questions. And also, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please, I forgot to ask you of this. You see, when it comes to the attendance, there are specific days like holidays. Is that stated or added to the portal?
Yeah, so and in the portal, it does not take care of weekends. Every for instance, payment allocations, attendance, it eliminates weekends. But on the holidays, you need to specifically tell the system that this day is a holiday, because the system will not know that. Probably there could be a suggestion that we preset let's say in the year, if Parliament approves the public holiday, holidays are approved in Parliament. If Parliament approves the holiday in the year, probably there'll be a recommendation to upload those dates so that the system presets it for a year. So we will look at that, how to go about the holidays.
Yeah, because what I'm asking is that, like, we wanted to know if there are options where we can identify those specific days as holidays. And also with the proprietors portal, are the credentials going to be generated for them, or you are going to give it to them personally?
The proprietor's portal is it takes the portal, when it creates the proprietor, or best signing up on the Backbone app. And the Backbone app credentials and one of the use. The proprietor is like a staff. So this particular app, only 2 levels can log in. It's either on admin level or on a proprietor level. Staff, any other staff log in now. So let me do an example. If I log in with the teacher credentials, someone who is not a teacher and someone who is not, so is it that it will tell me invalid credentials, but this way, and one had login in teacher's credentials. In fact, it's supposed to throw, I don't know, even but it's supposed to throw only proprietors and admins are allowed to log in. Only proprietors and admins are allowed to use the proprietor. And she said, we be useful. The person needs to get the proprietor's account. And I know that most of these that you will set it up for them. Or you will create them, you will sign them up. The password now I will be choosing, and no one will. But me sure says could be answering the admin password. I know all of you know your admin password, so that admin password can also log in. Yeah. Any other questions, suggestion? If there are no other questions, no suggestions. No, are you okay? Are you okay with the answer?
I'm very much okay with the answer.
Okay. Okay, so if there are no questions, I will want to thank you all for making time to listen to me. Those that have special cases, kindly contact me personally, and I'll take you through your queries. So, Madam Muninasi, for the opportunity to listen to me. I will go ahead and share the portals, the manuals, with you all so that you can. The proprietor, all the portals are live. And so you can simply go ahead and log on to your own school's portal. And I presume everybody by now knows his or her school code. Everybody, because you used it last time. So you can go ahead, log on, and then look at what's going on in the school and practice what you have learned. And I want you, I'm sure you proprietors join this meeting. Those that could not join, please teach them how to use it. Engage the parents when you meet them. Teach them how to use it. For the payment portal, the parent pay, if you want to use it, get in touch with us. We'll give you the requirements. We'll onboard you so that parents can pay. When the money that paid, you will give us the account number that the fintech should transfer the money to. So when the parents pay, it goes straight to the account number. It does not come to us. It goes straight to the account number. But you can try with the one we did and pay huge sums. That one will come to me and pay huge. the setup that I've done. You can try. So I was saying that the setup that we use for the example, the setup is my own company's parent pay account. And so my account number is show. And you don't use it. Don't use that one for examples. In fact, I'll pull it down after this meeting to parent pay on. In fact, if you log in with I'll leave it on the one, the school code 1234. I'll leave it on for some time. Maybe you want to practice and all that. I'll leave it on for some time. But I'll turn the parent pay off because who could it's kind of but if you are paying to pay, if you are doing it, do it big so that you come big. Okay, on that note, I thank you all and have a good afternoon. We thank you, Lord, for guiding us through this meeting. We pray that you give us, all of us, understanding of what we've looked at. We commit each schools and their parents and their staff into your hands. We ask that you guide them, give them prosperity, give them understanding, give them well-being, so that at the end of the day, every fruitful engagement will be accredited to you. With this, we thank you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, what the meeting can
Amen.
if you recorded it, can you share it to me so that I can send it to them?
Please, the recording was made by you.
It's done on my machine?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you and have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.